I will say, Big KB's in this bitch, you heard me? We at the top real quick, you heard me, man. I mean, you heard me, man. But anyways, we got some more Lil Durk situations. So, Lil Durk claims he's spent 4 months in solitary confinement. Friends have left him behind now. It is sad when that happens. Not to say that people forget about you when you go to jail. Sometimes it does happen, but, again, I don't know what friends he's alluding to. I'm thinking about the people in Chicago. Maybe it's more rich, famous friends. I don't know about it. But it just is sad. Like, y'all always hear how I talk about Durk. He's a talented artist. I wish this didn't happen if he's allegedly responsible in this shit, bro. Hey, listen, you gotta do your time. But I wish if he allegedly is responsible, that, bro, you didn't do this because your career was going up. You didn't need to be involved in some shit like this. But, again, they could be lying on him. We don't know. We just gonna wait and see. But yeah, these are some discussions, bro. Like, listen, if this ain't a message to yo, sometimes we gotta solve some of these issues with words instead of all this other shit. Because a lot of this shit, bro, we could have just had conversations and let this shit go. You ain't gonna agree with everybody in life. Sadly, I wish that was the case. Unless you a hoe and you just a yes man, then that's whatever else. But like, bro, if you're a real person and you speak your mind, like, you ain't gonna agree with what everybody gotta say. And it does suck that this situation happened. Of course, if he's locked up for this murder for hire allegations with the whole Quando Rondo situation when Quando Rondo's vehicle got shot up, I believe, in 2022, and his cousin Lil Pab passed away, R.I.P. Lil Pab. And they tried to link it to the situation with King Von and Quando Rondo when Lil Timmy did what he did to King Von, R.I.P. King Von. So we getting some updates. Of course, it got pushed back to like May something. But now Lil Durk is speaking on how people potentially turned his back on him. He fell down to his knees when the law came, and now his friends ain't standing over there. Shit ain't the same, you heard me? But let's get to it. So, I can't believe he's been behind bars since 2024, by the way. Anyways. Lil Durk has been behind bars since 2024 when he was arrested for allegedly orchestrating a murder for hire plot. Durk's lawyer, Christy O'Connor, says the rapper has been in solitary confinement for 4 months. In a new motion filed in court on Tuesday, Durk's legal team claimed jail officials are severely punishing him for allegedly having an Apple Watch behind bars. Let's keep it about how these niggas got phones. Listen, I ain't here to expose some shit. These niggas be getting phones in. I don't know about you, but anyways. They suggest the move is a violation of his constitutional. I don't know how to say this word. Constitutional rights. I don't know how to say this word, bro. Again, third grade reading level. I'm sorry. Anyways, as authorities put him without process. Lil Durk is confined to a very small jail cell, just large enough for a single bed, a toilet, a sink for 23 hours a day. The filing reads. He does not have access to commissary. He is permitted 1 phone call a month. Yo, that's crazy. 1 phone call a month is crazy. And no in-person social visits. They go on to cite the well-documented and deleterious effects on an inmate's physical or psychological well-being from being in solitary confinement for long stretches of time. Lil Durk's team cites a study from the American Public Health Association titled Psychological Distress in Solitary Confinement. Yeah, they get your ass crazy in there, I ain't gonna lie. You just by yourself, bro, watching paint dry. Like, it's taxing on your mind, bro. Symptoms, severity, and prevalence in the United States. They say it reveals clinical significant symptoms of depression, anxiety, or guilt, disproportionately high rates of serious mental illness and self-harming behavior, and social isolation, loss of identity, and sensory hypersensitivity. Bro, these some big ass words. I'm sorry. Among inmates in solitary confinement as compared to general population. Yeah, because you interacting with people. Regardless, again, jail ain't the place to go. But at least you sitting over there interacting with people. Hey, you got a celly you could talk to. Anyways, Mr. Banks' defense team has a growing concern that his prolonged solitary confinement may implicate the Eighth Amendment's prohibition on cruel and unusual punishment. The filing continues. On Tuesday, Lil Durk also vented on his Instagram story about losing touch with many of his friends. Crazy how you gotta wait until it's dark out to see who really with you, he wrote over a black screen. It be like that sometimes, bro. It really be like that. So yeah, see, even academics said it. His rap friends went ghost. Lil Durk has been behind bars since 2024. Authorities arrested him on charges of conspiracy, murder for hire, and firearm use in a violent crime. He pled not guilty and will make his case at trial, which will begin in May. It would have begun earlier, but the California judge granted a continuance on Monday. Hey man, I feel bad for Durk. I don't wish solitary on nobody. That must be a bitch. I ain't gonna lie. That must be a bitch right there. That solitary niggas, like, yes, people ain't trying to do nothing to you. You ain't getting in fights and shit like that. In that aspect, it does have its advantages, but even still, bro, that shit a bitch. Bro, you just over there by your lonesome. It's hard. I ain't gonna even disrespect. So hey, we'll see what happens. I wonder what or who some of his rap friends are that kind of forgot about him and turned they back on him. We'll see exactly what happened. I remember when Thug was over there saying, I'm gonna send Brian Steele over there to go help. I ain't seen no Brian Steele, my nigga. I ain't seen him. So hey, we'll see exactly what's going on with that situation. Hey, prayers for Durk. That's really all I gotta say. Again, regardless of the situation, I ain't wish you jail on nobody. But yeah, we'll see what happens. Hopefully, hey, we get some type of closure when this trial does happen in May. I hope it doesn't get pushed back even more. It's crazy he's been locked up since 2024, though. That is crazy. Bro, it's about to be 1.5 years. Literally. But anyways, what do y'all think? Y'all already know what it is. It's your friendly neighborhood Cat A signing off for today. The Black TJ Deadweiler doing this thing. My name ring bells like Quasimodo. Hit like, subscribe. You trying to love me, Moto, you heard me? And I'm gone. Shalom, Zoom, peace, shadows, gang. Aye.